What if history is not what we think it is? What if identity is more complicated than names, language, or even blood? In the heart of the Niger Delta lies Opobo, a kingdom built by a man who rose from slavery to royalty. A man history records as King Jaja of Opobo. But today, his descendants say, we speak Igbo, but we are not Igbo. We are Bonny.
Opobo is an Niger community here. And if you know what happened with our language, we speak the Bonny language. Yes. And sometime in the lifetime of this clan, I wouldn't say we lost the language, we begin to forget the language. And we're speaking Igbo because the Igbos were here trading. You understand? So predominantly we speak Igbo. You understand? But that's not, if you look at our names, we still bear the names of an Ebane man and we'll sing our songs. You understand? We haven't forgotten those ones. And again, we are trying to rebuild ourselves to come back to our original language, which is Ebane. And the culture is there. The entire Igbo-Ebane culture is purely 100% in existence. But what has happened to us is the language, which because of our children coming up now, they find it difficult to learn that language because our fathers don't even know it. You understand? So we're struggling to bring the language back. The Finima community in Bonny has it 100%. So we're driving it from it. You're driving it from Finima. So we have said two things we are going to do: marry Finima people, Finima marry our people. So from there we can build this language. And we'll open schools for it. But we're coming to it. My name is Atedo. It's an Ebani name. It's an Ijo name. His name is Sofri. It's an Ijo name. So we speak Igbo, but we don't answer the name. Igbo, you can Ikechiku and others. You can't hear that kind of name here. So if you want to say good morning here, say Salachi, it's an Igbo language. But in the real Ibane word, it's Iboma. Iboma is welcome. Okay. You understand? So I can say Iboma. Okay. Okay? Okay. I'm welcoming you to the community. I don't have the language very well. We're still struggling to get it. Okay.
So what does history actually say? Was Opobo truly separate from Igbo identity or deeply connected to it? Let's go back to the beginning. Around the year 1821, a boy was born in Ami Igbo in present-day Imo State. His name was Mbana Aso Okwara Ozurumba. This is not speculation, it is documented history. Historical records clearly identify Jaja as an Igbo man from Ami Igbo. According to historical accounts, Jaja was born in Ami Igbo, an Unkwere area in Igbo land. Even more directly, scholarly summaries state originally belonging to Igbo ethnicity. That is how Jaja is described. So from the very beginning, the founder of Opobo was Igbo, and the man you just listened to is one of his grandsons. But Jaja was not alone. When he arrived in Bonny, he entered a society already filled with Igbo influence. Historical records show that Bonny had a large population of Igbo slaves and traders as well. In fact, it was recorded like this: Bonny was a place peopled greatly by Igbo slaves and traders. So, this is very, very important because it means Opobo did not emerge from a purely Ijo base. It emerged from a multi-ethnic system where Igbo people played a major role, especially in trade. If you are a fisherman, perhaps you would need somebody to purchase and sell the fish. So, there was a strong relationship between the Ijo and the Igbo people. In the Niger Delta, trade defined power. And Igbo hinterland communities were the primary producers of palm oil and trade goods. Historian K. Onwokadike, one of Africa's most respected scholars, explains that trade was the foundation of political authority in the Niger Delta region. And who controlled the hinterland trade routes? Largely Igbo networks. It wasn't the Igbo that controlled the hinterland trade networks. So when Jaja rose to power, he was not just a leader, he was a bridge builder between the Niger coast and the Igbo interior. So, in Igbo land you will hear Olu Nibo. Olu to represent the people who live around the waters. Igbo to represent the people who live in the hinterland. Jaja was a link between Olu Nibo. And remember, he was an Igbo man from Ami Igbo. In the year 1869, Jaja left Bonny and founded Opobo. But here is the key question: who and who went with him? Historical patterns suggest that many of his followers were 1. Farmers' slaves, the slaves that belonged to farmers, traders, many of whom were of Igbo origin. This aligns with broader migration patterns in the Niger Delta, where displaced Igbo populations formed new communities through trade and war. Now let's talk about language for a while, because language does not really lie easily. Language is the custodian of culture itself. Language is the transport material of culture. Language is the storehouse of culture, tradition, and history. Modern testimonies and modern accounts show that Jaja's descendants still speak Igbo even unto this day. Many Opobo people speak and understand Igbo. They even sing in Igbo language. And linguistic research tells us something very important. A 2026 study on Igbo identity explains that names and language act as markers of ethnicity, belonging, and cultural continuity. So, if people speak Igbo and preserve Igbo linguistic patterns, it strongly suggests historical connection with Ndi Igbo. Language is a very strong factor in considering people's origin and history. But history is not always simple, because while Jaja was Igbo by birth, he was also absorbed into a Ijaw society in Bonny before he moved on to found Opobo. He adopted certain cultural practices in Bonny, some Delta political patterns, Ubani cultural structures as well, coastal trade practices. So what we see in Opobo is not purely ethnicity of Igbo origin. It is a transformation, but its origin is surely and certainly Igbo. Modern African historiography recognizes something important. Ethnic identities are not always fixed. They evolve. So the ethnic identity of the Opobo people may have evolved. A study of Nigerian ethnic groups states that communities can have 1. Multiple ancestral influences, including Igbo origins. Now, what does this mean? It means that the people can be Igbo in origin, but develop a different identity over time, but their origin remains Igbo. It is very important to note that today, many Opobo descendants say we are Ubani, we are not Igbo. Now, forgetting that Jaja first left Ami Igbo, stayed in Ubani, the place they call Bonny, before he moved on to found Opobo. But when we examine the cultural evidences, we find this. The founder is Igbo, which is Jaja of Opobo. Early population, strong Igbo presence, language, Igbo influence, and Igbo. Trade networks, Igbo hinterland. So everything about Bonny is Igbo. It raises a powerful question. Is Opobo non-Igbo or post-Igbo? What are they? A figure as prominent in history as King Jaja represents something deeper than ethnicity. It represents movement, transformation, defiance, self-determination, and power. So, what Jaja represents is more than just ethnicity. From an Igbo boy in Igbo to a king in the Niger Delta to a global historical figure, because it is rare to talk about history of slavery without talking about Jaja. So one may still ask, what is Opobo? Is Opobo Igbo, Ijo, Bonny? Just what is Opobo? One may still ask today. Maybe it is all of them. One can say they are Igbo, Bonny, and Ijo, because history does not always create pure identity. History evolves. It creates new ones, new identities, mixed up with something, but the original stock is Igbo. The original stock of the Opobo people is Igbo. The founder of Opobo, who moved with some people who are his followers and some slaves or farmers, because as you know, he was himself a slave boy who moved from slavery to royalty and then to becoming a global icon, a historical icon. When you want to talk about defiance, when you want to talk about self-determination, when you want to talk about a king who, like his fellow Igbo people, will say, give me freedom or give me death. In case you enjoyed watching this beautiful historical journey into the heart of Opobo, please share your thoughts in the comment section. Do you think the Opobo people are Igbo, Ijo, or Bonny? Which one do you think they are? Please let us know in the comment section. Once again, my name is Prince Onwodenim Ngozi Chukwuka Fortune. Thank you for watching this very beautiful and exciting historical documentary. Please look through our channel. You will find so many other interesting videos that will tickle your fancy. Please watch them and share them with your audience. In case you're not yet subscribed, please hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so that when we put out videos, you will be among the first set of people to see the video. I will see you in my subsequent videos. Bye!